Hello everyone, welcome back to Navis Nobilite, and we're going to talk about the next of the Battle Fleet Baka battleships in this ship overview. And now we're talking about a far more proper battleship. The Victory class battleship. At 345 points, it has a reasonably standard battleship stat line of 12 hits, 20 centimeters in speed, 45-degree turns, 4 shields, 6 up front armor, and a 5 up rear and side, and 4 turrets. And now we're getting into the meat and potatoes of Battlefleet Baka with the port and starboard lance batteries at 60 centimeters, at strength 4, which is quite respectable. A dorsal weapons battery at strength 6, front, left, right, and a prow Nova cannon. Now, you're probably all looking at me going, well, this seems really familiar. And you would be right. This particular ship is very similar to the Apocalypse in form and function. It just has a reduced strength lance capacity at more reliable range. The Victory ultimately is a faster battleship. It is the same speed as the Retribution, which puts it in the fast battleship category for the Imperial Navy. Ultimately, that is a bit of a contradiction for this particular vessel because it has a Nova cannon, and you don't want to go fast when you have a Nova cannon. Fortunately, however, you have the option of replacing your Nova cannon with a Strength 9 torpedo launcher. And if I were using this vessel, I would likely do that just to reduce the point cost. Take it down to 335 and have it with a Strength 9 torpedo. That way the ship is more consistent with its stat line. You will be able to function alongside your other cruisers far more effectively and maintain your fleet cohesion. But this vessel again is just basically an Apocalypse replacement. Since the Apocalypse is not in Battlefleet Baka, this is where you get your battleship grade lance firepower. Uh, and unfortunately, again, 20 centimeter speed just doesn't work well with the Nova Cannon. You don't want to get close when you have a Nova Cannon battleship, especially when you were already rocking this 60 centimeter uh, lances on this vessel. However, I can absolutely see how effective this may be if you deploy this ship far away at an angle from the rest of your fleet, basically making it a giant headache as it moves nimbly for a battleship across the board, bombarding for several rounds, and then relying on its port starboard and dorsal weaponry. Notice that this doesn't have an additional prow weapon like the other more contemporary battleships. But overall, this is a very cheap, very effective option. It's more effective than the Vanquisher, but ultimately, it is a solid ship. Now, the only other battleship that Battlefleet Baka has access to is an Emperor-class battleship that also requires a 200-point commander. It is ridiculously expensive. I honestly don't recommend taking it, simply because you're putting so many points into an Emperor-class battleship. You're already dumping huge amounts of points into it, and 200 additional points for a commander, which probably won't sway the battle very effectively, it just isn't worth it. If you really want your launch capacity, take a couple of Dominions or take a Jovian. Ultimately, though, that is all for the battleships of the Imperial Navy. We're now going to move on to the escort craft, and I will see you all in those videos. Talk to you all again soon.